Hello, I'm Livy Matthews with LivyMatthews.com, where I love teaching entrepreneurs and small service-based business owners how they can get more visibility and how to create messages that actually help their clients see themselves in the content and actually pre-qualify themselves for taking that next step, working with you. So today what we're going to be talking about is hashtags. And hashtags are actually the new search engine. You can, they are unique because when you add the pound sign in front of the word or phrase that you want to use for your hashtag, it becomes clickable or hyperlink, just like a website link does. And so when you click on it, you can go in and you can see all the information that anyone has posted about that specific hashtag. And there'll probably be some more hashtags related to it that you see there as well. So that makes them the new search engine. And you see them on Twitter, you see them on Instagram. Instagram is really big on these, and you see them on Facebook even. We are also beginning to see them in commercials. When we see TV commercials, we see hashtags linked to them. So they are really, really big. And when you type in the hashtag and you put in the pound sign in front of the word or the phrase that you want to use, you want to make sure that there are no spaces, no dashes, and no symbols. Because once you put in a space, a dash, or a symbol, the hyperlink will stop right then. So they don't get the full effect of your hashtag. So make sure that it's, forget about English, forget about grammar. You just make it all one word or one phrase, no spaces, dashes, or anything. And so understanding hashtags and using them effectively will actually lead more people to seeing your offerings and your programs and what you're doing. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I want you to first understand that hashtags that have already been used are not trademarked. They are open for anyone to use. So if you see a hashtag being used even by a competitor, you can still use that hashtag without infringing on them. But what you really want to do is make some hashtags that are unique to you and to your business specifically. So in addition to seeing hashtags on social media channels and places like that, like I said, you are even seeing them on the commercials. So you may have already jumped on the hashtag bandwagon, and that's good. But are you using them effectively? And are you using them correctly? So let's look at some ways that we can look at them more effectively. First, you want to choose the most appropriate hashtags. You can do a search for hashtags on Twitter or on Facebook, even on Instagram. You can do a search for your hashtags, and you want to do that because if you're using a hashtag you haven't used before, you want to search it and make sure that it's not being used before and connected to maybe a controversial topic. So make sure that your hashtags are clean for you to use. And then you can use some of those. But also you want to create hashtags that are unique to you as well. Number two, use hashtags that are unique to your business, which is what we just talked about or just mentioned. You want your hashtags to reflect you and to reflect your business. And so when you search out your hashtags, if you happen to search it with one that you're coming up with that you want to use, if you happen to see that it hasn't been used before, that this is going to be a unique hashtag to you because you're going to be the first person using it, I would suggest that you also first use some of the more used hashtags along with your new hashtag, because as I said, when you actually search them, when you search out a hashtag, you're going to see everybody that's mentioned it and how it's been mentioned and any other hashtags that were mentioned in that tweet or that Facebook post or that Instagram post with that specific hashtag you want to use. So a good way to bring yours in to where it's actually being researched and used and seen is to use it with some hashtags that have already been used, that are kind of popular hashtags for that particular subject. And then once you get a lot of quote mileage on using your particular hashtag, then you can drop some of those other ones maybe and use yours specifically. But that's a good way to bring them in. When you are using hashtags and when you are searching them, this is great because these are people that are already interested in the topic that you're talking about that's related to that hashtag. So the third thing we want to do is we want to check out the hashtags. Now we've talked about a little bit already about how you want to do that, but make sure that you go in and you search it and you are sure that it's not tied to any controversial topic, that it's with some other maybe even some of your competitors post that they did or whatever. You just want to make sure that it is something that you want to use and that it's being seen, that it's already been used. So again, you know, what makes it so unique is putting that pound sign or the number sign, however you want to call it. By putting that in front of the word or the phrase, it makes it just like a website. It becomes hyperlinked or clickable. So you can click it and follow it to wherever it's going. So that's one of the unique reasons for using hashtags, and it's one of the unique ways of why it's becoming the new search engine. So once you find some hashtags that are really working for you, continue to use them because, again, you will be associated with that hashtag when it's clicked on and they can view the information. And then fourth, the benefit to using hashtags. On your social channels, viewers have to actually be following you when they are on your social channels. If somebody is on Twitter or if they're on Facebook or Instagram, in order to see your post all the time, they actually have to be following you or connected to you. The big benefit about hashtags is they don't have to be following you. So these are new people. And not only are they new people, they are people that are already interested in the topic that you're talking about. So these people are already prospective ideal clients or prospective target market people that you want to be talking to. So that presents a huge benefit for using hashtags. And also what you can do for making connections is when you search out a specific hashtag, look at who's following it, who's connected with it, and follow and connect with some of those people. This will give you some new followers and start conversations with them. So that's a way that you can get new followers as well, is by searching out the hashtags, seeing who's already following that particular hashtag and talking about it and connecting with them. That's a way that you can get that target market. As I said, they're already interested in what you're talking about because they are following the hashtag. So that's a big benefit. Hashtags really become a big part, a big tool in your online marketing toolbox. So make sure that you're using them and that you're using them effectively to get more people, more viewers to your site to see what you have to offer. And here's a simple action step for you. Try creating or coming up with, say, 4 to 6 hashtags that you can use intermittently. Maybe 2 of these are unique to you, something that has to do specifically with what you're creating. So you've created 1, possibly 2 new hashtags. Again, use those if they're not being used anywhere else. Use those with some of the more popular hashtags that are being used for that topic to bring them in, to be seen by those people that are viewing those hashtags. And just start posting them on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever hashtags are used. Now with Facebook and Twitter, you normally don't use but maybe 2, maximum 3 hashtags in a specific post. You don't overdo it with hashtags on Twitter and Facebook. With Instagram, I've seen it looks like the sky is the limit with hashtags. You can use hashtag after hashtag. Just be very mindful of how you're using them and what you're using them for, and how you want it to be used and how you want to be seen with using those hashtags. This is just one of the many areas that we take a deep dive into when we're talking about game-changing entrepreneurs and other small service-based business professionals to attract more clients, to make more money, and to get more freedom in their business. So if you'd like some more resources, I ask you to visit my website, LivyMatthews.com, and there are a lot of blog posts there and resources that you are welcome to use and to see. And if you would like more information, if you want to talk about some ways that you could specifically use hashtags, I invite you to a complimentary discovery session on hashtags with me. Just go to www.livymatthews.com/strategy, and I'll put both of those web links in the comments below. I would really, really like to know how you are using hashtags and the benefit that you've seen in them. So please put that in the comments. I'll be checking back below, and we can discuss those and see just how you're using them, and it could be a benefit to other people too, seeing how you're using them. So that's it for our strategy this time, and until the next time, keep moving forward. Bye-bye.